Okay, hello and welcome. It's my first video on my channel and I'm reviewing the Kmcs Oakland. And yeah, I've used it once and well, I've used it a few games and I thought I'd do a review because I haven't seen too many on YouTube yet. Yeah, I'm just going to go through like the main things with the product. If you're in the first 100 orders, you've got a Balaclava, trousers and the tops, the 3 pieces. Comes with a wired hood, which is good because you can mould it. And so if you have anything before the next gen series, they don't have the wired hood. Because I originally had the brown 2.0 and it doesn't, and it's a nice oversized hood. You probably get it over a helmet or most gear really, and yeah, the hood's pretty nice. Comes instead of I have the original brown to show you, just the Balaclava, but it used to come with these little rubber inserts that you could put vegetation in, but now they come with these little zigzag pieces of mesh for vegetation to add. And I think personally I prefer the little vegetation loops, but I mean they fit in just as well, and to be honest it's more seamless because it's the same base mesh. But yeah, pretty nice feature, and they're all over. I think there's probably more of them now than there were on the rubber lenses. When you first get the suit, comes in a bag, and if you have an older suit, I'm not sure if the brown has the same, but I know the green does, but the bag's a lot bigger now. So if you wanted to craft your suit, which I've done, you could probably get the trousers and the Balaclava in as well. Well, I know you can because I used it last time I went to Airsoft, but a lot handier. But I mean, if you're doing a lot of crafting, the bag's quite handy anyway. You might just want to cut the bag off and use it as spare material. The buttons now are double reinforced. As you can see, you've got the buttons, but they have a strip going down to add protection. And unlike other suits, they're more of a matte finish, so don't stick out as much as another suit would. Yeah, I haven't crafted the front, just so you can see what it looks like without crafting. And it's a nice dank tone, which, I mean, if you put it up against something over here, you can see how well it just blends into the oak colours, and that's good. But I quite want mine to work well with the base floor, because a lot of the time I'm laying around, so I've added quite a bit of vegetation and artificial colours, and mainly the KMCS leaf strips. This is the autumn version because the brown was sold out, but I mean they're really good colours. I really recommend them. But it also now comes with what's it called? Dreadlocks, which is also for vegetation as well. But what it can also do is, let's try and find an arm. If you're leaning through your sight, it creates this big like silhouette which is easily stick out. So what these do is they kind of disrupt the silhouette and help you kind of not appear as a human as much as if they weren't there. And the original suits don't have that, and it's a new concept, and I think it's a really good one. To do for sizing, I'd say you're best off going true to size in this, because it does fit oversized. I almost went for a medium. This is a small, and I'm 5'9", 60 kilograms, and I'd say a small's a perfect size because, see, I'll put it on. I think probably even in my baggy coat, see, fits on. A medium would be fine. I have a medium in the brown, version 1, but yeah, if you do it up, fits over a coat. I think if your size is sold out, probably size up one, just because if you're going to do crafting, it will shrink. It will shrink, and it might be a bit too small if you size down one. It probably would fit fine if you're not crafting it, but I'd recommend going a size up. As well as that, what is new as well, on the bottom of the suit, it's just a raw hem cut. Don't know if you can see that. Try and hold it up. It's just a raw cut. And some people say, oh, Kicking Mustang's cutting costs doing that. And the reason it's like that is, it's because it doesn't break from the top to the trousers. It doesn't break the silhouette as much as where before it was, you can see in the back, it was double sewn. This, it creates more of a shadow if it's double sewn, which you don't really want in your suit. It makes your shape more obvious, so you don't want that. As well as that, with the cuffs on the suit, they have, just like the other suits, covers the back of your hand like that. And that's good because if you're not wearing gloves, the hand's going to stick out. Even if you are wearing gloves, it's handy. It also protects your hand, and you've got the little thumb hole, stop it when you're crawling and going back. Really handy. I use that quite a lot when I'm crawling or stalking an enemy or something like that. Moving on to the trousers, I'd say these are the biggest upgrade from any other suit, because they feature bungee cord, keep them up when you're crawling so your trousers don't fall down. Really handy. But one thing I'd say with the trousers, if you're in between sizes, size down, just because the trousers fit really oversized. Like, these are a small, and my dad's an XL, and he could probably get into a medium. Maybe he probably fits a large joggers, a medium fits him well over the top of some combat trousers. So take into consideration your trouser size when ordering, because the trousers fit huge. Trousers have also a loophole for the belt. It's really handy. I use that on Sunday. They also have a pull cord to tighten them, which I did also use actually, but you probably don't need that. But the bungee cords are really, really handy. These also feature the dreadlocks across. I'm not sure if they have the zigzag station, but I mean, I don't really want vegetation in my trousers because it's the last thing someone's going to see if you're prone. But just keep that in mind, there's no zigzags for the trousers. They do have pocket holes, and a really handy one is a penis hub, especially if you're going to the toilet. They also have, which is new, gators on the end of the trousers, and what that does is, when you're over your boot, it covers the whole boot. Whereas before, with the other trousers, they're cuffed at the bottom, the whole boot's on show. With the gators, covers the whole boot pretty much. Really good feature. I really like that feature, and they feel really strong. Sorry about that, someone walked past. Moving on to the Balaclava. Now, I really like this Balaclava compared to others, especially other brands. I think the Kmcs do the Balaclavas the best. I've tried Jack Pike Balaclavas, all the Balaclavas. This, I'd say, fits the best, and it's just the strongest material you can get for a balaclava. It also has the zigzags again on the balaclava, which is really handy. Instead of with the old balaclavas, it was just one piece, long piece on the front but attached on the back. This is a raw cut again on the balaclava, and a raw cut on the bottom, once again to try and get rid of the shadow as much as possible. It's got 2 pull cords on the back just to tighten it. The only problem I'd say with these balaclavas is that the eye slit's quite small and it can be quite tight on your head, and I've heard people say cutting it will help. I don't really want to risk it, but yeah, I mean, I'd recommend putting the goggles over the top of the balaclava. Fit it to your eyes first and then goggles over the top. But yeah, that's probably the best way to solve it. And the balaclavas come in a one size fits all, and yeah, they're really good. And I can probably compare them. I can compare it to the Kmcs Brown version 1 balaclava. So as you can see, it's got the elastic and this doesn't. Whereas with the cut on this one, this is what I'm talking about. If you can see, I'll fold it out. It's a double stitch, a double seam, and it does make it more durable. But the material in the Kicking Mustang stuff, it is really strong anyway. It's not going to rip. It's military grade and it's infrared proof. You're not going to have a problem with the material ripping or anything like that. I've cut a hole in the top for a GoPro, just at the top there, and it's never ripped anymore. And the amount of brambles it goes through, they're really good, really strong. For £30 you're not going to find a better balaclava. Yeah. Another thing I forgot to add is, I'll show you on the balaclava because it's just smaller and easier to handle, but on all the products, the leaf patterns, on other suits like the MFH, I don't know Novrich and the other brands, but the leaf patterns are diagonals, they're random. And with the ones on the leaf suits that are straight, same direction the whole time, it's incorrect, because if you look at a leaf floor, it's random. The whole time it's random. But yeah. And this will blend in the best because of the random leaves. It's a big difference in the other leaf suits, and it's a very big reason to why the KMCS suit is a lot better than the others. I also wouldn't recommend washing the suit, just because the more use you get out of it, the more muddy it's going to get, the more natural it's going to look. Washing the suit just kind of, well, I've never tried it, but it could ruin the suit. I'm not sure. I know it comes with washing instructions if you wanted to wash it, but I wouldn't recommend it, because the whole point is the more you use it, the better it's going to get. Anyway, that's probably all the positives of the suit, but there's going to be negatives of the suit, and some of the negatives, I'd say, the main one is probably the price of the suit. It's £230, and it's a lot of money. I mean, I got it for Christmas, and I'm really grateful for that. I haven't had to pay for it, but I paid for my KMCS 2.0 Brown, and it's lasted me forever. I mean, barely any holes at all, if any. And I know it's an expensive initial payment, but I think if you can afford the initial payment, it's worth it compared to another suit. You look at these other suits and they rip, they tear, and the quality you're getting with the suit, it's unmatched. Infrared proof, and it's just military grade. It just doesn't rip. It's the best material you can get on the market. And I'd also put it out there, if you're buying this suit, be careful where you order it from. If you're in the UK, I wouldn't recommend buying it direct from kickingmustang.com. Maybe go to SOCOM Tactical or Defcon Airsoft. That's where I ordered mine off SOCOM Tactical. Come next day, no problem. And you just want to be careful because of the tariffs. abroad, it could be quite expensive, and you don't want to be paying that when you've already paid a lot of money for the suit. One other negative I'd say with the suit, compared to the next gen green and the next gen brown, I'd say this does require crafting. Unless you're in a pure oak forest, as you can see here, it's probably fine. You look at the trees, they're all this dank shade of grey brown, and that's kind of what this suit is. It's a really, really good suit if you're running about, you're not worrying about laying down, waiting. It's like you can stand up with this suit and you're blended in with the trees. It's no other suit is like that. I'd say compared to the KMCS Next Gen Brown, that's more of a woodland floor suit. It kind of depends what kind of suit you want, but I'd say if you want an all-round suit, this is the best suit. All-round Oakland's the best suit. With the new features, you can't go wrong. Is there any other negatives? I mean, it's hard to find negatives because it's such a perfect suit. There's nothing wrong with it, really, at all. My biggest letdown is the fact there's not the rubber straps on it anymore. I really like them, so I use them a lot with the brown suit, and obviously I'm used to that now. I'm sure if you hadn't used them before, you wouldn't notice a difference, and you probably would prefer without because of how they just blends in better with the suit. But yeah, forgot to add the jacket has holes in the sides to access your pockets and your chest rigs, and you have to take it off every time. That's a really good feature, and I'm sure if you wanted it high, just cut it and it won't rip anymore because it's a ripstop material. The last thing I'd say, I haven't been paid to make this video. I'm sure Kicking Mustang probably doesn't even know who I am, but just trying to make an honest video on the suit. And yeah, if there's any questions about the suit, just let me know. Before I end the video, I'm just probably gonna roll the camera to some pictures I've got of the suit in game, so you can see what it looks like, and maybe on the floor, see how it blends. If you found the video helpful, please consider liking or subscribing. Any questions, let me know, and I'll reply to your comment. See you later.